And welcome back. Northstar here with another episode of my HOI4 Gotterdammerung Let's Play. Now, I did a little bit of micro rearrangement of stuff, deployed a militia division and set it to training. It's green, fully equipped, but green. And get them up to trained, then maybe I can consider having some of these train up to regular. I can't really push with the militia in this area, so they're just kind of holding ground. These guys are getting planning bonuses before pushing. Quite a while until they get those bonuses up. I'm trying to contest the skies here and here. It's going to take a bit. I did notice one interesting thing I hadn't before. When the divisions, when the air wings get lots of experience, they have greatly diminished air accident chance. That's definitely helpful in the long run. Definitely want to solve the logistical issues for the Air Force at some point for the reduced air accident chance so that they have a higher chance of getting to higher experience levels so they can have even lower air accident chance. It's kind of almost a double win. But anyhow, let's get some music. Not the Allies theme, which is by default. Unless there's no one in Cassell, so I'm sending infantry in on this guy because he's an aggressive assaulter. In case they do try and defend it. Pulled a couple divisions over here, and they're gonna. These militia are going to train up to regular. I'll be able to do a lot more with the divisions once I reestablish supply route. I switched this. They were already green anyway, so I switched them to a larger division with anti-air. Sorry for the mic bumps. Making lots of rifles, so hopefully they won't be short too long. But just gotta do with what I've got. These guys can hopefully take Lindbergh soon. It'd be nice if the rain let up, since that decreases my air support. At least need a little while for the air superiority to be recognized. I did realize I could do some stuff like non-aggression pacts in Iberia and Paraguay. Won't do that because it increases trade influence a little if they like you more. And I do need they have strategic reasons to be hostile to the Soviets because I'm still Stalinist. I do need to make my next focus switching out of Stalinism, even though that actually cost me 10% political power gain a month. I guess because of a weaker government that is less authoritarian. You know, there are costs to doing the right thing sometimes. Giving more power to the people can mean a weaker government at times. At times, not always. Sorry, just moving the capture screen. Don't have any fights currently. I sent these motorized, they don't have any fuel, so just really infantry into the forest here. Take it. The tank would be a bad choice for combat because tanks are useless without fuel. So it's really like a 2 infantry battalion with a bunch of dead weight that actually increases casualties taken. So these guys are just going to Würzburg because someone's got to do it. Take it after I defeated the division that was encircled there. I guess they were actually crushed towards the end of the last video. I didn't even notice. The guys in Nuremberg will probably advance towards Regensburg soon. See who's defending the victory point here. Won't be taking it because that would capitulate Bavaria, but prevent them from industrializing further. Only 7 build slots because they start off when they're released with no industrial tech. Annoyingly, you really should get whatever you had at the time. Also, it's nonsense with resources. temporary shortage that disappeared, thankfully, before the day ticks over, in steel and chromium. I'm still waiting for it to stop sending me the resources here. I know when you're at war, you eventually lose the resource rates, but it seems to take a couple weeks or so. Oh well. I guess a really fast war, you don't. I've got green air here. What's this? Five of what I use as trainer fighters? That's nothing. Prefer these guys had more modern rifles and trucks. You know what? I'm gonna switch them to elite motorized. Make them a higher priority for new equipment because they're gonna be pushing one of the most difficult areas. And I'll wait for them to hopefully get some better guns. I know I have too many divisions assigned as elite. Only 4 infantry, but and 6 motorized, that's not bad. None of my tanks are even assigned that way. I don't even have many tanks. 10 tank divisions. It's not nothing. Fortunately, they're all up here and not much use without fuel. I put them all up there because while they did have fuel, they were able to quickly take Holstein. Still a little fuel in some of the tanks. This tank division still has some fuel. Alright, that's it. Just that one tank division. Which is busily digging in Hamburg. Battle of Cassel. Here we go. Oh, it's in the air zone where I have red air. Darn. Still, despite that, they're doing well. They hurried those defenders in after all. Do I have an airbase that's closer? It's got supplies? Nope. Alright, well. Definitely need more longer range aircraft. Focke-Wulf is the range-focused aircraft designer. But as tech advances, you get range anyways. The advanced airframes even more. And civil wars are weird. I'll make sure I have air bases before other wars mostly. Which would probably be Austria, Poland. Soviets will probably form a faction soon, invite me to their faction because I won't be Stalinist anymore by the time they finish that focus. And then when they invade Poland, I'll probably join them once I'm ready. I've had this civil war either nearly over or over. Hope it doesn't lead to the war breaking out in World War II. Won the Battle of Cassel here. Of course, I'll be invading to try and create a communist puppet state and somewhere in the west. That once all this is let's see. Ostmark I was probably just gonna re-annex. So like Poznan, Gdynia, maybe. This can be released as another Kashubian puppet. This could be a Prussian one or a Polish one. Some puppets they'll turn to Volks commissariats and eventually be able to core because they're adjacent to me. And as a core, each new one becomes adjacent kind of thing. It'll take a long time though. Very long time. Okay. Trying to rush another division to Cassel. And another defeat for him. He moves slow though without access to the supply network. Moving up very slowly. Hoping at the radar end, or things go well enough here, I can pull aircraft there, or I'll, of course, get some of these guys who are training through enough training. I can stick them on the front. Breakthrough. That's a very good tactic. Turn the volume up a little too high. Yeah. Okay, a little noise sensitivity with my long COVID, so I'm going to turn that down a click, as well as the effect volume. Might turn up the bass volume a little, actually. I haven't done that. Fine-tuning to get just the highest noise level I can tolerate without getting headaches. So, because I know you guys want to hear the music. Got a lot of trains at this point. I should sell some. I did realize I was actually starting to run out of artillery pieces. I actually reduced the amount that was on the market. Now I'm good. Tried to lure the AI into buying more. Still the rifles I got, but anti-air guns, convoys, and trains now. Things I have surpluses of. Oh, these rifles I actually probably need too. Things have changed since I listed them. Yeah. Yep, definitely need them. Training more militia divisions. Probably. It's me a while to expand social welfare. Probably next thing is the Red Army expansion after. Or I could do leader for the people. Dahlman becomes the leader, so he's no longer an advisor, unfortunately, when this happens. I get a choice between a trade unionist and Dahlman. Dahlman gives higher war support and political power gain, but the other guy, the trade union, and daily communism, so stability effectively. But the other guy gives like production efficiency cap, factory output, I think. The pragmatic trade unionist. So there's a argument to be made for using him. I do hate when people rev their engines out there. Loud as heck. This is a kind of interesting song I hadn't heard for a while. So they just keep pulling divisions here. It's probably not enough. I need some air support there. Let's see. Yeah, but the ones more experienced can operate better in the rain without crashing. I'll send these guys. Provide some air support. Says they're there, but I'm not getting any bonuses to attack. They are. I'm not. Maybe it's because they have more. Maybe it's just reducing their bonuses. Trying to train some more close air support, some dive bombers. You know, now that I've actually got improved airframes where it's worth doing instead of tactical bombers because they have not horrendous range. They don't hit quite as hard as tactical bombers could, but they use less fuel and they're a little more survivable because they're higher speed. Doing okay for fuel. It looks like I'm just reducing enemy air support bonuses. Oh, these guys. Recently arrived a region. Yeah, they're still suffering big debuffs there. I have an area where a lot of people are jerks and just... Whoa! Where did they... Oh, they came from Würzburg. Strategic redeployed all the way here. I didn't notice it. I mean, fine. Someone's got to sit here and... just help hold the line. This is the more important place to push, and they're already most of the way here. So I'll leave it be. The AI won't even know they're out of fuel. Might get nervous about it. Okay, well, that guy for attack, but this one for defense also. I don't need divisions trying to redeploy here. But should stay where they're entrenched. So got Cassel, we've got a little more local supply in Hessia than before. .35 local supply, which is enough for half of an infantry division. It's not much, I suppose. It's enough to keep one at around 50%, 40 something. Wow, these guys are almost... Why are they not, let's see. Mission types should be the same for my JU-87 and 87G. Yeah, these should be decommissioned. Right? Oh no, this small Bombay allows poor strikes. I guess that was their first completed bomber there. Just starting to produce them, and they have to do their own air wing. Oh well. At least they're not reinforcing this. The ace become more effective as the wing gets smaller. To lead to fewer casualties. To lead to the wing maybe making it to higher experience levels and having lower air accident chance. So, all cool. Alright, to reconnect my lines, I only need to take a couple more provinces. Move some men across here. I won't even have to cross the river. I'd have the force. Let's do this. Actually, I need to redraw things. And they won't be under him. Cool. And this larger division will move in to fill the rear. Cool. I've got a plan. Maybe stretch a little thin, but once I reestablish supply lines, still create a supply connection. Only if I control that. But yeah, if I can take these 3 provinces, because the railway doesn't run through here, it runs through here. Be able to start refueling my tanks and pushing a lot harder and faster. Sorry about the cough. Slowly planning for the next attack. Quick improvisation. The planning is pretty slow. Or at least so I'm like, you really meant to use command power to plan faster, but I'm loath to do that. I need some more for a few more junior officers, and I need to promote some admirals too, really. Let's see. Yeah, the 15th Infantry is, this guy's almost ready to promote at 400. I really should be converted to like an armor template. Should learn to be an armor officer, probably. Maybe also this 15th and 20th when peacetime rolls around. I can afford to not have the veterans fighting as veterans. Yeah, I don't have any armor officers, I don't think, not even one. Oh, I do if this guy is technically an armor officer, but he's politically connected. He's not great. Doesn't have like brilliant strategist or anything. Hope is if I promote these two guys both after they're in charge of an armor division, that one of them will be an armor officer who's a brilliant strategist. Just really what I want. I guess a lot of potential. Attacking. Ah! Okay, so there are some divisions here. I was starting to wonder if I was falling into a trap or something. This guy's a good commander for Cav, even when they don't actually have fuel. Paulus is a terrible commander, so I'll do well against him. We'll have Imperialist divisions in the south there now. It's a big old pocket. Which will afford to closing someday. Oop. These guys, yeah, they're almost done training to regular level, in fact. Be given an ace and put on air command, that'll make it easier to push. Control the skies. Stretched a little thin. But they made it. So I'll do this before they lose their planning. And these guys are almost trained. Well, sure on support equipment. I'll be able to help if need be. Try again with not quite ready to assist yet. I'll plan attack this time. Cool. Got to reconnect the supply networks. Got to do that. for one of my, oh, that's a bug. Someone reported this in the forums already. That sometimes you'll see air wings just totally missing portrait. Put them on this. Some of the aces, of course, it's the kind of thing that should have been caught ages ago, but wasn't. Hope that guy gets shot down. He's just annoying. If he doesn't have, I don't need to be dealing with that. Anyways, I'm going for control of the skies here. This is where I'm pushing. I'll at least help my bombers do better, although yeah. I've already maxed my control of this area. Yeah, they're focusing on the Western Germany. Let's see. They're probably based almost entirely out of this air base near Munich. I could take that. Make things a little easier. Oh, they're trying to fill in. Figures. Oh. That's what it is. Let them hold the front, I guess. No? Once I got some fuel, we'll be in trouble. Alright. That's enough of that. Send these guys with their mysteriously invisible ace, where the fighting is most intense. There we go. Steelworks complete. Time for the people's victory. Bypass this quick, which I guess paves the way to industrial cooperation. Or I could cancel the non-aggression pact and re-sign a new one with the Soviets Area 1. I think that makes them dislike me, though. I didn't realize I've been neglecting my build queues. So if a supply, or I could just out of the airbase in Cologne or Karlsruhe if I way to get supplies there, which I do. Cool. Now everything's connected, but only sort of. And this is doing weird stuff because, of course, it is. But this guy is better on the defense. Of course, it tries to draw the line there. Really need is get to Munster. Still no connection until I take this one province here. Alright. Enough. Gotta take this. And they're gonna pay for keeping me bottled up all that time. Dragging this stupid war out longer than needed to go. Causing countless casualties. Far more will occur yet before this is over. Oh, they're getting fuel even though they had a little leftover fuel maybe. I don't have any fuel yet, so I'll wait. These tanks, his infantry support tanks. Reassign this division not for the entrenchment but the planning. Entrenchment is a side bonus. What is it? Oh, of course. No. Of course, that causes the loss of some of the entrenchment. I hate this. The AI constantly juggles around where they send their aircraft, and it's a struggle to keep up. I really should give you something more specific than just air support, which might have been going on for a while. Let you know that the AI is reassigned aircraft. See, all the key fights are going to be up here, so I'm going to reassign bombers too. They had like 50% planning. It goes down to 0 because of spies instantly. It's frustrating. Whatever. The effects of spies on planning is overpowered, and especially when most of the spies are neutral ones that shouldn't have any effect on planning. It's not like they would be selling your battle plans to the enemy. It's unrealistic most of the time. Unless it's like Switzerland, which did help the Allies even though they didn't join the war. Well, it should take a day to realize, but there's now a... I'm looking right at a supply connection. It's kind of long, circuitous, but it exists. Just have to give it a day. Why does it not recognize? You can go from there to here. There's a direct, unless the railway is damaged. Nope. Oh, they're getting fuel already. I need to control Ulm to get fuel to Nuremberg course. And that's a fortified hill. These guys need to get back up to trained. They fell below. Enough music for a little bit. Still waiting for it to recognize the supply connection. Want to game better, do it soon. Unless it's just bugged and not going to recognize it ever. Well, there we go. Even they are starting to get some fuel. It's giving a lot of fuel out just to restock the divisions. This is right around the right amount. Not much waste there. Buying some oil from the Soviets. Just need enough to last a little bit until I get the next fuel refining tech and I can buy a lot more. Cool, fully fueled. It was doing something weird, wasn't it? No, maybe not. Of course, there's Mudminster just when I finally get the fuel to attack. Oh well. Still. Attack I shall. Put these tanks to good use. You've got to be kidding me. Of course, they instantly get muster them all here. I probably need to attack this area more anyhow. I need more aircraft here. Yeah, I think at this point they're better off in Cologne. It's their airbase. These guys don't much care. The fighters would throw them in range too. This fighter has armor. It's part of why it's so short-ranged. How is this yellow despite 3 air wings? Guess I need more efficiency. I think it's time to turn these militia into proper infantry. Give them some artillery support and such. Militia are quicker to get trained, but are less effective. I've seen a lot of players, like in the multiplayer game I got going. One of the guys, he's got all his militia and he doesn't do anything to get rid of them. Militia are great for expanding your forces, but of course he does have a militia officer who makes the militia decent. Well, most of the time you use militia to rapidly expand your forces, and you're going to want to eventually turn into regulars because they get more organization and the same stats. Otherwise, the militia officer makes the militia actually have more attack and defense. If you have one of those. There we go, green air. Time to attack in force. Yeah, these guys are... I don't want to leave that gap for much longer. Deploy them. So fallback line. Our front's better if they get attacked for gaining organizer experience. Actually, cool. Massive enemy casualties. Roll up through here. Try and encircle these divisions of Munster. Actually, all of them attack that way, when I think about it. I think they're gonna get tat. Put them under my planner and just work on the battle plans. more modern rifles. Boom. Something's going on with the rubber. Well, for now, India is not want. There's going to be a real rubber crunch on the world market. The HOI isn't great about expanding their rubber production via decisions and such. Almost to the point where these guys are planned and their rear is covered. These guys are still training. Might just make some attacks to wear these defenders down first. We'll need more close air support for it. Attack here and I'll have encirclement on Munster. Cool. Oh, they're not fully trained. That's a problem. Alright. Sorry for the banging. Cannot control other people. Audience. Just have them plan for a bit then. off this guy. He's an unyielding defender. Let's hold the line while this tank division gets up to trained. These guys have been operating all this time without reinforcements. They're a little low on trucks and stuff, so it doesn't hurt. They're not really resupplying well here. Guess I can pull a couple of them back. There we go. A little better supply-wise. Waiting for these divisions to train, waiting for the mud to let up in Münster. Yeah, these guys are still trying to scrap unless... take this. That's something to do with it. I think some of these just arrived at no, even with him, they can't plan. Darn. Sorry, stupid spies. Alright. Time to attack. The Battle of Limburg begins. And my supply lines will all be reconnected. I think I have to take this to actually have fuel and stuff, but should allow me to build new ships, I think. Not seem scrapped. Just needs to be a connection, doesn't have to have rail, I don't think. Because there's roads. Just imagine naval crews like little trucks going through an area with artillery shooting at them every now and then. Trying to reach the port. Those guys have made it all the way to trained, just dropping some air supplies. Fun. Should bring some tanks up here, because I need that port. I'll support the infantry. I'm going to take this airbase near Rostock. It might be the source of some of my problems. If enemy aircraft show up, I've even got some anti-air guns. Not much, but some. It averages over all divisions, so it's not enough to provide. We need 30 anti-air attack for 4 divisions here, and now we have 17.1. That's to minimize cast damage. More still lets you shoot down enemy bombers better. Well, I'd rather get rubber from France than India. Sorry. Still muddy Munster, but the lanes finally let up, so things should start to get better. Those infantry marching there. These guys can finish the train over here. I doubt they'll be attacked. Just need someone to hold the rear. And the Battle of the Port of Brandenburg. Tanks that have enough armor that the enemy can't pierce. The enemy is somewhat entrenched. They're still losing, so. So that's part of why I brought in tanks. If you're going to displace entrenched infantry, you want tanks. That's how they were historically used more often than not. Everyone is stretched a little thinner than I'd like, but they're making do. What about these guys? I'll push here so they'll feel more threatened unless I could attack, hopefully. Now they're attacking to try not get encircled. Not gonna work. I don't need to send both, but I'll send the 906 to reinforce. We're attacking here. Call that off for a moment. I just think the motorized are still attacking. Here we are, they're reinforcing. Alright, it's time to make them pay for... Lubeck is looking juicy. Yeah, let's go in with him. They're fine reinforcing that. Now these divisions are in 2 battles. It's a perfect time to attack because it also cuts in half the defense here. So these motors might suffer some crits. Maybe. If fire is coordinated on them. Why is it trying to feed back? I guess no one is defending there. I think I'd like the better equipped guys to... Oh, they're retreating. Shoot. Guess they deordered the division out. There's apparently a unnamed town here, whatever. It's not shown, but about Byfield. That was the Battle of Byfield. Look forward to not Emden, it's Marsh, Wilhelmshaven then. It's worth more victory points anyhow. Also Marsh, but victory points. Give me control of the state and its dockyards. Can also get the cruisers deploying Kiel now. I have the Scharnhorst and 2 heavy cruisers. I might consider short bombardment. Heavy cruisers might still be capital ships, but they're fast enough to dodge some torpedoes that get shot at them if they encounter destroyers, which are the bane of battle cruisers and battleships, which are just too big to dodge most torpedoes. Surface visibility versus speed is what determines dodge chance. Surface visibility is too high relative to their speed, so they don't dodge well. Heavy ship holes, but heavy cruisers do look right. They're obviously less powerful with their heavy attack than heavy ships, but they can mount torpedoes of their own and they can dodge torpedoes. So if they're fighting battleships, heavy cruisers win not through their guns but through their torpedoes. And if they're fighting lighter ships, well, the ability to dodge torpedoes is really good. Heavy cruisers are very much underrated, whereas battleships are the real sweet spot, shore bombardment. Cool. And taking Lubeck now. Not going for Rostock. So it's time to divert the tanks here. I don't have enough Panzer divisions for this guy to gain any real Panzer leader experience. Be good to get him in charge of more light tank divisions like some volunteers in wars, but I just don't have the industry for it yet. Not the military industry. I've been focused on civ for long-term benefits. I will get another factory in the Panzer IIs. One of the most widely produced tanks of World War II, that and the Stug 3. Like the Panzer III 4s, they weren't made nearly as large quantity as the Stug 3 and Panzer IIs. Just why people say, oh, the Nazis were this giant armor behemoth. Not really. Most of their tanks were pretty weak light tanks and assault guns. I seem to be falling out of support, even though there's no defenders. Definitely send the motorized to take advantage of that. After all the fierce fighting for it, and they just gave up without a fight now. They must realize they're getting overwhelmed. They're falling back to better defensive ground like Bremen. Cuxhaven, which is a marsh and extremely hard to take as a result. Tanks perform horribly in marshes, even light tanks. Soon have a motorized and a panzered light tank division here to push west, getting close to Bremen. Some victory points, and I think a supply depot, yeah, but no factories or anything. Doesn't control state. Just local supply, which is nice. And a supply hub for more efficient use of the rail network. Takes more supply being distributed out through a hub the further units are from the hub. A percentage of it is lost with each province crossed. Not that it matters really, I have plenty of trains. As long as divisions aren't undersupplied, I'm good. Well, Münster is dry. It is time to attack. This guy is an armor officer, but there's just not enough armor divisions I can put him in charge of. And this is a full infantry division. I should join in that as well. Some of these guys because they're regular, and divisions here. They had almost no organization left. Guess the Battle of Munster is a slaughter. The infantry march in. They don't consume any fuel when they march. There's always so much fuel go around. Getting some from the Soviets, but I gotta pay attention to my industry. Okay. Airbase would be useful someday, but I haven't suffered any bombing. I don't have enough aircraft to fill it quite yet. Do need is some anti-air guns in Brandenburg. Eventually the Austrians will try and raid the capital. The Reichstag or whatever. Bombing raid on the Reichstag. I definitely might want to consider when I attack Austria, dividing them into pieces. Creating a communist puppet that isn't the whole state. Leaving a communist government, they'll probably swap back out of communism and the rest, because unless I'm quick, the puppet even will switch out of communism. I don't know. We'll see. On the bright side, there are some industrial focuses they're doing while they're independent all this time. Stuff like this. Leopold Gasser Waffenfabrik. It might also be, this is aircraft factories. There. There's various stuff here to build synthetic refineries and such. Which I think they already finished because they have rubber, which means they have a refinery. But yeah, decide whether I want to puppet the whole thing or just part. Decision would be a lot easier if by that point, if I bring the Soviets in the war and they grab part of it as a puppet. Can try and set up so they get the one with the original tag. When the whole state is being puppeted and no one's being forced government, it's the last state to be puppeted, I'm pretty sure, is the one that has the original tag. So if I aggressively puppet some states first and leave like 1 or 2 for the Soviets, I'll get the generic puppet that doesn't have like an insanely high drift towards democracy, fascist, non-aligned. Does weird encirclement things when it comes down to it. These guys are barely holding here, and now they're trying to be taking Rostov, but that's a fun way to make sure the his tanks have just been seeing the reserves all this time. I'll send them to Lubeck. I think they'll actually get there before these guys. Yeah. So I'll just leave them. Cool. Cool. Well, the micro's getting a little out of hand because I haven't looked at this stuff in a bit. It's just, I'm getting kind of a technical debt from just all the stuff I've been changing. If that makes any sense. Those who know what technical debt is. Cool. It's time to start thinking about closing this pocket. Of course, for a second, I'll hold here. I really need to send these guys here, actually. To reinforce. I can attack with just one tank, so. Let's leave these guys entrenched like they've been. Send men this way instead. It's undefended. tanks aren't great places for sieges, but marshes are even worse, so the tank will probably take Bremen, and the Chamorro could be defended anyways, and Cuxhaven will be the motorized. Also, there'll be attrition, and tanks cost less to replace. Attrition due to terrain. Too many motorized attacking here. So the 7th here. Taking the fence of Lubeck. Maybe it'll bring in the tanks now. Alright, well, I've been ignoring this southern area because they didn't have much air support to offer. Really need to get these guys some better rifles. Make them elite. Can't afford to lose Nuremberg. And 2. So we send more equipment this way. Also, I can only micro in so many places at once. My brain can't handle too much. Alright. These guys are weird stuff with battle lines, as usual. I just need to stay put and train. Yeah, I can see there's airplanes operating at that airbase, so I'll definitely want to take it soon. Do this so the tanks don't try and move over there. Huh? Let's go into this guy. It's better for leading infantry, or no, him, because defense. Alright, got reinforcements in Lubeck. Pulled in some tanks, nice. I don't know why I assigned Lenski in charge of the defense. Schultz would have been just as good. Oh, whatever. He's also in charge of 4 of the 5 defenders. Game is weird sometimes about who commands the defenses of battles. It's usually okay, but sometimes it's not. It's picks. I'll be more likely to roll elastic defense or counterattack, actually. I need a skill advantage. Guess the other guy was the right choice. Huh. It would be big encirclement here. This is going to be a pleasure to deal with. Been pain in my rear too long. Yeah, these guys need to pre-deploy, get training. To manpower training more new divisions yet. Kamaz and Bremen. This guy should take this undefended plain. This is undefended too. Guess I'll spread out. Should probably both go here. They're more likely to be attacked here. Alright. The airfill's mine. With it, a reduction in all the problematic stuff that was going on there. Oof. Looks like they decided to go here. Of course. Figures. Need to reassign some of the bombers too. That's a lot of defenders. Okay, the chances of taking Wilhelmshaven, especially with it being marsh, are slim to nil. Best I can do is push in this one area. For these infantry to organize up. Alright. Time to catch him in a battle of both attacking and defending. These guys are fully trained now. I'll get there. Never mind that, actually. There's too many divisions here. Alright, well, this video has gone on long enough. So, this is Northstar signing off. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home.